23:17 hours. Western Pacific Ocean. The sea was calm. Too calm. The U.S. carrier strike group cut through black water under a moonless sky, its massive nuclear-powered carrier at the center of a defensive ring of destroyers, cruisers, and support ships. Above, aircraft cycled through routine patrol patterns. Below, something else was moving. 23:21 hours. First anomaly. Inside the destroyer, USS Harlan's sonar control room, a technician adjusted his headset. Possible contact. Bearing 095. The supervisor looked up. Classify. Faint. Very faint. Could be thermal layer distortion. The Pacific often played tricks on sonar. Temperature layers bent sound. Machinery echoes bounced unpredictably. But this felt different. 23:24 hours. Second contact. Another console pinged. Then another. 3 separate ships reported irregular acoustic signatures. Slow, deep, coordinated. The carrier's tactical operations center began merging data streams. 1 contact became 2. 2 became 4. They weren't merchant vessels. They weren't friendly. 23:28 hours. The pattern emerges. The tactical officer froze. Sir, these tracks are forming a perimeter. A perimeter around what? The answer was obvious. 23:31 hours. Subsurface net tightening. The acoustic profile sharpened. Distinct propeller cavitation patterns. Low noise propulsion. Advanced hull coating signature suppression. The intelligence officer's voice dropped. Probability high. PLA Navy submarines. Not one, multiple, and they were not passing through. They were positioning. 23:34 hours. Carrier alerted. A coded message reached the carrier's bridge. Possible multiple subsurface contacts. Investigating. The captain stepped forward slowly. Range. Outer ring at 18 nautical miles. 2 inside 12. Inside 12 meant torpedo range. The calm sea suddenly felt suffocating. 23:38 hours. Silent coordination. No active sonar yet. No depth charges. No panic. Because once active sonar pinged, the entire ocean would know. And if the Chinese submarines were already in position, revealing detection too early could trigger something worse. 23:41 hours. Airborne. MH-60 Seahawk helicopters lifted from the carrier deck. Sonobuoys deployed in widening circles. The water began whispering secrets. Then the whispers turned clear. 23:45 hours. Confirmation. Confirmed submarine contact. Sonar control announced. Make and model. Acoustic signature consistent with Type 093. Possibly Type 095 variant. Attack submarines. Not ballistic missile subs. Hunters. 23:49 hours. The unsettling detail. A junior analyst hesitated before speaking. Sir, they're not just shadowing. What are they doing? They're matching our speed. The captain understood instantly. They weren't passing by. They were tracking, simulating, encircling. 23:52 hours. The strategic message. Somewhere thousands of miles away, analysts in Washington stared at live ocean telemetry. This wasn't random patrol overlap. This was coordinated positioning, a statement. China was demonstrating that it could put a U.S. carrier inside a submerged box. 23:56 hours. The tightest ring. Sonar returns updated again. 2 submarines now within 8 nautical miles. 1 behind the carrier's projected path, 1 ahead, another on the starboard flank. It wasn't harassment anymore. It was containment. 0001 hours. The tension breaks. Then it happened. A sonar operator's voice cracked slightly. Transient noise detected. The room froze. Transient noise could mean one thing. A torpedo tube door opening. 0003 hours. Full alert. The carrier strike group shifted posture instantly. Helicopters redeployed aggressively. Destroyers angled outward. Active sonar finally went live. The ocean exploded with sound. The hidden hunters were exposed. 006 hours. China responds. As soon as active sonar hit them, 2 submarines altered course sharply. Another dove deeper. A 4th accelerated. The tactical officer's voice was tight. They're maneuvering simultaneously. This wasn't coincidence. It was coordinated fleet behavior. 0009 hours. The breaking point. A sudden acoustic spike lit up every screen. High-speed movement, propulsion surge, closing vector. Someone whispered, "Torpedo?" No confirmation yet, but every second now carried weight. 0012 hours. Washington decides. In a secure room, a single phrase appeared on the screen. U.S. carrier, surrounded by multiple play submarines. The room fell silent. Then someone asked quietly, "Are we being hunted or warned?" No one answered, because the next acoustic return would decide everything. 0015 hours. Back in the Pacific, beneath miles of dark water, something moved fast. Very fast. And every American sailor in that strike group knew, if the next sound was confirmed, the Pacific wouldn't stay quiet. 0016 hours. The sound. No one wants to hear. The sonar room froze. The high-speed acoustic spike sharpened. Not ambient noise, not marine life, not thermal distortion. It was propulsion. Fast, linear, deliberate. A young operator whispered, "Possible torpedo in the water?" The tactical officer didn't hesitate. Confirm classification. 3 seconds passed. They felt like minutes. Negative launch plume detected, but propulsion spike sustained. Not a torpedo, a submarine sprint. But sprinting inside that tight ring meant only one thing. They were repositioning for attack geometry. 0018 hours. The ocean turns violent. The carrier strike group snapped into full defensive posture. Destroyers surged outward at flank speed. Active sonar pounded the sea. The calm Pacific transformed into a storm of acoustic warfare. Helicopters dropped fresh sonobuoys in aggressive patterns. The ocean floor lit up digitally, a three-dimensional map of predators circling prey. Except this prey had teeth. 021 hours. Lock geometry. A destroyer's combat system officer raised his voice. Contact Alpha within 6 nautical miles. Bearing constant. Depth 400 feet. Another report followed immediately. Contact Bravo moving to intercept carrier's projected course. They weren't withdrawing. They were tightening. This was no longer shadowing. This was simulated kill positioning. 0024 hours. Washington's red line. Back in Washington, the assessment updated. Multiple PLA submarines conducting coordinated encirclement maneuver within torpedo envelope of U.S. carrier. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs leaned forward. "Are we under active attack?" The answer came steady. No confirmed weapon launch. A pause, but they are in firing position. That was enough. 0027 hours. Counterhunt begins. The order was quiet but final. Engage in defensive neutralization. No missiles yet. No explosions above water. This was submarine warfare. Invisible, methodical, lethal. 0029 hours. First American move. An MH-60. Seahawk locked onto contact Alpha. Acoustic triangulation confirmed. Solution solid. Clearance? Cleared to deploy warning charge. A small anti-submarine munition splashed into the sea. Seconds later, a deep underwater concussion rippled outward. Not a kill shot. A message. You are detected. 0032 hours. China answers. Instead of retreating, 2 submarines accelerated. One dove deeper. Another veered sharply toward a destroyer escort. The tactical officer's voice tightened. They're splitting the formation. Classic divide and isolate maneuver. Bold, risky, aggressive. 0035 hours. The first real engagement. Contact Bravo's propulsion spike surged again, this time accompanied by something worse. A metallic transient. The sonar chief's voice cracked. Torpedo tube door confirmed. That was it. That crossed the line. 0036 hours. Torpedo in the water. Launch transient detected. The entire strike group erupted in motion. Countermeasures deploy. Decoys splashed. Acoustic jammers activated. The carrier altered course sharply. Seconds later, sonar picked up it clearly. High-speed screw pattern. Incoming. 0038 hours. Split-second survival. The torpedo locked onto the carrier's acoustic signature, then lost it. Decoys screamed louder than the ship. The weapon veered, then detonated harmlessly in open water. The blast reverberated through hulls miles away. No damage, but now there was no ambiguity. China had fired. 0040 hours. America unleashes hell. The response was immediate, not measured, not symbolic. Total: 3 destroyers fired anti-submarine rockets in coordinated sequence, helicopters dropped live torpedoes, underwater explosions shattered the quiet depths, 1 Chinese submarine attempted emergency ascent, too late. Acoustic signature collapsed into chaotic distortion. Contact Alpha, gone. 0044 hours, the ocean burns invisible. A second submarine attempted escape at high speed. U.S. attack submarine, USS Vanguard, previously silent beneath the carrier group, moved. It had been tracking the hunters all along. A single torpedo left its tube. No warning charge this time. Moments later, a deep, crushing implosion echoed through sonar. Contact Bravo. Neutralized. 0048 hours. The survivors flee. Remaining Chinese submarines broke formation. Retreat vectors plotted instantly, but the net had already tightened. U.S. submarines had flanked from distance. Another detonation, then silence. 112 hours. Carrier safe damage control teams reported green across the board. No hits, no casualties. The carrier resumed steady speed. Its escorts repositioned defensively. The formation looked calm again, but every sailor on board understood. The Pacific had nearly exploded. China attempted to demonstrate dominance, to show it could trap a U.S. carrier inside a submerged cage. But cages only work if the prey doesn't fight back. And when that first torpedo entered the water, the rules changed. Because beneath the surface of the Pacific, silence is power. And on that night,